oh God, the storm, the storm. Look at the streets. It's all ice. Everything's ice. That was the sound echoing through apartment windows and phone recordings across New York City this week, as a brutal winter storm tightened its grip and froze the city solid. What began as a forecasted snow event quickly escalated into a full-blown urban emergency. Within hours, heavy snowfall and plunging temperatures transformed familiar avenues into frozen corridors, paralyzing transportation and bringing daily life to a grinding halt.
Shit crazy.
By dawn, more than a foot of snow-blanketed neighborhoods from Queens to the Bronx. Wind gusts whipped through Manhattan's concrete canyons, creating blizzard-like conditions. Ice clung to traffic lights and bent tree branches until they snapped, crashing onto parked cars below. The usually roaring highways fell eerily silent, buried beneath layers of compacted snow and black ice. Major roads became impassable, stranding drivers overnight inside vehicles that slowly disappeared under drifts. Homes and businesses suffered under the storm's weight. Storefront awnings collapsed, unable to bear the accumulation. In residential areas, frozen pipes burst behind walls, flooding apartments before quickly turning to ice. Small businesses, already strained by rising costs, were forced to close for days, losing critical revenue. Along the waterfront, frigid winds sweeping in from the Hudson River coated piers and railings in thick sheets of ice, turning once picturesque views into hazardous zones.
Go, stop. The shovel! Shovel boy! Shovel over there!
Come on, Sean, look productive.
Look productive? What do you mean look productive? The snow, I think it's like obnoxious because there's too much and we can't get out of the house unless we have to shovel or like do anything. But it's my first time here in 3 years and I kind of miss it. So planning that maybe that we can do something other than shovel and just play with the kids.
Well, we didn't have this for such a long time now. I think that it's not terrible compared to what we should have, you know, like.
Infrastructure buckled under pressure. Commuter rail lines were suspended. Above-ground subway tracks froze, causing system-wide delays. Flights were canceled by the hundreds, leaving travelers sleeping on airport floors. Snowplows worked around the clock, but the relentless snowfall outpaced even the city's formidable fleet. Bridges became treacherous sheets of ice, forcing temporary closures and isolating parts of the city.
Snowy.
Snowy?
Has 14 years old.
Snowy's kind of an appropriate name for a dog today.
That's why I want him to just see a little bit of how the weather is. So he's ready for it. He's 14-year-old, so it has a heart failure, and stuff like that, but he's enjoying it. So I'm not gonna walk him too much.
Emergency responders faced punishing conditions. Ambulances crawled through snow-choked streets, sometimes requiring police escorts to reach those in distress. Firefighters battled not only flames, but frozen hydrants. Warming centers opened across boroughs, offering shelter to residents without heat, as temperatures plunged well below freezing. Utility crews worked tirelessly to restore power where lines had fallen, their gloved hands stiff against the biting wind. Yet even their efforts were slowed by impassable roads and whiteout visibility.
De la niñita. ¿Quieres pasar y pasarme?
The economic toll is mounting. Analysts estimate millions in lost productivity as offices, schools, and construction sites shut down. Hourly workers, unable to commute, faced missed paychecks. Delivery chains stalled, leaving grocery shelves thinly stocked in some neighborhoods. For vulnerable residents, especially the elderly and unhoused, the storm was not just an inconvenience but a threat to survival. And yet, amid the devastation, stories of resilience emerged. Neighbors shoveled sidewalks for one another. Volunteers distributed blankets and hot meals. Strangers pushed stranded cars from intersections, working together in the bitter cold. In the face of frozen streets and fractured routines, community bonds proved stronger than the ice. As the storm clouds finally drift away, New York City begins the slow thaw, digging out, repairing damage, and counting the cost. The scars of this storm will linger in budgets and broken branches alike. But if history has shown anything, it is that this city, no matter how frozen, does not stay down for long.